All right. So with Atlas Capital, we are a very small climate tech fund focused, in green and sustainable technologies. We've been investing in the space since 2020, around 10 portfolio companies as of today. Most of them are in the US with a high potential in Southeast Asia. And this is the value we are bringing. We're going to learn about that in a minute. So our constat and where we come from is we realize that we're going from 4 seasons to 2 seasons. This is too late to stop climate change, and we believe with Atlas Capital that this is time for climate adaptation. 3 years ago, I wrote a book on that topic called The Adaptation Economy. The book is on our website, and this is really the mandate, the thesis, and this is how we are very unique. We look at decarbonization to a certain extent and mitigation, but really what we look at is on the long run adaptation. So our mandate is to support climate technologies companies that are adapting and helping adapt cities to a +2 degree world. And with our small team that you can see here, we connect regional conglomerates in Southeast Asia with category defining North American and European climate tech companies to decarbonize and adapt Southeast Asian cities. So this is about Atlas and why we believe Southeast Asia is so important. There's 3 mega trends or macro factors. Number one is the intensity of extreme weather events in Southeast Asia. I think we're seeing a lot of floods and hurricanes, but sea rises is something that's really impactful here for the next 20 years ahead in cities like Ho Chi Minh, Jakarta, Bangkok. But we also see another mega trend, which is the rise of energy price. Right, Southeast Asia is heavily dependent in oil and gas, and this is a really large risk to the integrity of these nations if the prices are evolving much higher. A lot of things will change across the value chain, the food cycle, etc. And third is the pollution and emission, right? So Southeast Asia have some of the most polluted cities in the world, but also with the highest densities of population. And so we believe that adapting cities with those 3 factors is very important. In the meantime, Southeast Asia makes up for 20% of the world biodiversity, 10% of the world population, and 1.6% of the world CO2 emission. If we look at where there's rooms to improve, we have 1.2% of annual rate of deforestation in Southeast Asia, which is the highest of any major tropical region globally. We have 85% of the energy supply coming from non-renewable sources, and 60% of the projected increase in CO2 emissions are coming from Southeast Asia to very, very large numbers. So we see Southeast Asia have a very high potential for decarbonization, but most of it adaptation. And this is where we believe there is a lot of existing solutions in North America, in Europe, with very great IP, with commercialization stage that are ready to come into that region. And we want to take their hands, connect them with corporate conglomerates and family offices that have the chance to joint venture with them through investments and business, really. And this is why we created, beyond just our small fund, the Atlas Capital, we've created the Southeast Asia Pacific Climate Tech Coalition. And this is a movement that is aiming to foster decarbonization and clean technology in Southeast Asia alongside with these conglomerates. So we haven't done that by ourselves. We've more than 20 other venture capitals in the coalition. We have more than 40 other conglomerates in the region that all together have been committing their own funds, their own committed capital to invest in sustainability and decarbonization. And together, this is representing $1.2 billion in climate innovation already. So in that Slack group that you just joined, there is $1.2 billion of committed capital across all the different funds and ventures in that Slack group. So there's really gold there. For those who have joined, welcome. Please use that Slack group as much as you want. This is your home for your fundraising, for your business development now. We are going to publish a member directory every 2 months where you can direct message members from those conglomerates, from those family offices directly. And for now, this is free, which it might not be free next year. So, I highly suggest you guys leverage that since this is free right now. All right. So what is the Southeast Asia Climate Tech Coalition doing really? So factually, what do we do? What do we do is ecosystem building. So we organize events. We organize events like the one you're attending today. We have a monthly virtual climate tech pitch that is going to happen literally every last week of the month virtually. So we can have companies, judges, conglomerates, investors joining from really all around the world. And this is really the beauty of those new technologies. Google Hangout is free, and we can really connect dots across continents. An example I can give you of something that happened after one of our monthly pitch is one company that have pitched here a couple of months ago signed LOI for 25 million potential joint venture with the conglomerate here in Southeast Asia. So, the opportunities are here. Can you grab it? It's up to you. But we are putting that platform together. And this is not just us. We're welcoming other venture capital to participate. We believe, in collaboration more than competition. The space is so big that, we're really trying to build that ecosystem. So monthly pitches, you're doing one right now. We also have bi-monthly networking dinners in secret location with one billionaire every 2 months. So if you want to join some of these events, stay tuned on our Slack group. We will share invitation, and this is invite only, usually only 10 people maximum. And this is something that is running very, very fast. So stay tuned for these events. We have them running these dinners in Hong Kong, in Singapore, in Bangkok, Ho Chi Minh City, but also in London, in New York, in Paris, sometime in other cities, depending of wherever we are going. And lastly, we organize flagship conferences for investors and conglomerates. I just came back from New York this morning, where we were hosting our flagship conference for Climate Week. Probably one of the largest climate event in the history that happened in New York last week. So this is one of the things that we do. And on the right side of the screen, you can see our upcoming events as well. So yeah. Stay tuned on that.